for listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geek.io.
Hello, gentle listener. While Geek.io holds its talent to the highest standards, what follows will likely involve the sort of language usually reserved for sailors on leave. If you're of a delicate disposition, then perhaps you would consider a different podcast.
Now for a lesson.
Konbanwa, Anime Otaku Show e yokoso. Good evening. Welcome to the Anime Otaku Show.
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean.
Remember, we will be discussing all episodes up to the ones we talk about tonight. Anata go sopora o kinishi nanara. So yo, if you don't mind spoilers, welcome.
Go beyond! Plus!
I really need to put a tag at the end of that one so it's not just an immediate drop, because that's one of my pet peeves on intros. Hello, everybody! And welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Otaku Show, episode number 5. Konbanwa minasan. How be everybody?
Pretty
Number
decent.
5 is alive.
Just barely.
I have Christmas cookies.
Yay, Christmas cookies. I have tea.
Also streaming in my PJs because I needed PJs after today.
No, I feel you. Yeah, I too am in the JFPs. Though I realize that I am dressed akin to woman, where my pants don't have pockets, and it drives me crazy. It made me very sad.
Yeah. You know the struggle now.
Struggle is real. I've always felt bad about women's clothes not having pockets. But I go to put my phone in my pocket, it just hits the floor. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Oh, fuck, my pajamas that Rachel got me for Christmas don't have pockets.
My pajamas that I got for Christmas glow in the dark.
Yay!
Yes,
That's
they
pretty
do.
baller.
And they glow really brightly. Like, if he just sleeps under a sheet, you can see them outside of the sheet.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Oh, man. So, of course, this is Anime Otaku Show, episode number 5. I'm your host, CJ. We shelled them! Vote. Joining me, of course, in the magical world of anime are Josh. My urge to chase them is rising. Agrath.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Carrie. I thought she was a quiet girl, but she might actually be a Wolverine. Wilcox.
Hi.
Justin. I want to buy a penguin.
I don't need to buy a penguin. I am a penguin.
Careful. And of course, behind the scenes is the lovely and talented producer, Raul. You're not in the salamander, are you? Garza.
He's in Texas. He might as well be.
You might as well be a frozen salamander, kind of like here, apparently. We got a pretty short line show because a bunch of shows are ending.
Tonight's shows?
I was doing a thing, Justin. Jeez.
Oh, go ahead then. Jeez.
That was not an indirect fling to you. I'll give you a break because you're the newbie. Yeah, we got a pretty short show. Bunch of shows are ending, and also
pay attention to the show notes.
just it's like I was in the show notes for once. All right, fine, drama queen. What are we talking about tonight?
Okay, so despite this call kind of being really wonky for me, I hope all of this actually goes through my first try. Let's see. Food Wars, the third plate, season 3, episode 12, The One Who Aims for the Summit. Juni Taisen, Zodiac War, The One Wish That Must Be Granted, and the 99 That Can Be Done Without. And The Ancient Magus Bride, season 1, episode 12. Better to ask the way than go astray.
Indeed. Oh man. So we'll go in order this time. Food Wars. We shelled them.
I really hope that actually went through and you guys just haven't lost me.
Yeah, and I think you might not be able to hear us. Poor Justin.
Oh, yeah. My connection is getting really dumb. I might actually have to switch my stream.
The delay is fantastic. This is the best. Hey, Justin, how did you feel about Food Wars?
It's real bad. It's good.
The delay is fantastic.
I want to say that was intentional.
It was absolutely intentional.
Absolutely. I didn't take a lot of notes for this one because this episode actually had me enthralled pretty much the entire time. I loved the judging scene of this of their little faux shokugeki.
Fokugeki?
Fokugeki.
Fokugeki.
Though the fakey the booby parts were a little heavy-handed and lasted longer than normal because I'm guessing, hey, it's the season finale. We have to push the boobs to the limit.
It was still better than the changing sequence because at least it was consistent with the quote-unquote rules of this universe.
Though normally they get like the explanations of things, like they start putting clothes back on during the explanation of things. Not in this one. I though after this episode, I'm officially a fangirl of Tsukasa.
Yeah, he's pretty.
He's super pretty. It's there you go, bang ad title. Yeah, Tsukasa is best antagonist.
Yeah, I absolutely love him in that role.
I don't know if he ever becomes like part of the shonen group or not. But I love him as an antagonist because he's my favorite kind of antagonist that is just not like outright evil, but there's just enough darkness there to make him, the focusing point.
Well, it's not even that it's dark. He is the type of person who is convinced that his mindset is correct. And it's just that his mindset is the one that directly conflicts with what we like about the series.
Yeah.
He's a sympathetic character. He's just one that directly opposes everything our protagonist believes in.
And he has a glorious set of nipples himself. First nipples on no second, but like second nipples. Normally they cover up even the male nipples, but no, the Tsukasa was in his gloriousness and nipples were flared.
Though I will take it as a heavy testament to Soma's skills that he managed to get a shirt opening on the first seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, a partial stripping.
A partial stripping is still something.
Yeah, partial stripping is still stripping.
That's foreplay, baby.
Yeah, it is.
Carrie knows about some partial stripping that happens later.
Shut up, manga readers. Jesus. Also, drink for manga.
It's so
reference.
dumb. It's the best. I wish I could.
No, you don't.
No, drink for manga reference, he means.
Oh. It's the food in this one though. I'm not a huge fan of venison. And I've had it very well prepared. So I would not be trying this one. By the way, I made my salmon kobliak and it was real freaking good.
Nice.
Oh God. I even found out a way to make the spinach crepe, and I wish I would have streamed it, but it was literally at a spur of the moment that I just like, hey, I have salmon, I have everything to make this, I'm just doing this, and I just did it, and it's real good.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regret.
I'll make it again, and I'll actually stream it this time. And unlike my normal streams where it's like I have no idea what I'm doing or if this is going to work out, it will actually be something that I'm versed in doing. But coffee on venison, proving coffee makes everything better.
Coffee does make everything better.
I will take your word for that.
I've recently gone to the point where I actually will just drink coffee with just milk or just heavy cream, no sugar, ever since starting this keto diet.
There you go.
It's the exact opposite of all the foods that you find on Shokugeki no Soma. Well, I guess actually both of the dishes that were shown in this could be considered low carbohydrate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because most of them they had very little garnish to either one of them. It
Yeah,
was
the
mostly,
only thing that probably would have had any kind of was the berry sauce.
and even that being natural carbs would have been is not nearly as bad as like having it served over pasta or rice or something.
Right.
Also, can we talk about the awesome visual interplay we have talking about Tsukasa as a villain, where they play his light against Azami's shadow?
Jesus, M-Beam. Holy crap. -13 where M-Beam is. And,
wow.
Here we're complaining that it's like 30 something.
M-Beam, are you in Ohio?
Right? Yeah, I do love that a lot. Like every time Tsukasa is portrayed in the fantasy realm, it's always as the White Knight.
And then you see the scene where he's talking to Azami, and you get the clash of all black and all white.
Hey, M-Beam is from Ohio.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. You have my condolences.
Right?
Do you have your escape planned yet?
Both Josh and I are from Ohio ourselves, MB. Man, we escaped to Florida. You're welcome. I have a bed. It's comfortable.
You can join the TBCJ.
Yeah, indeed. The TBCJ is always looking for new cult members. In fact, I would like to make it more of a cult. It absolutely like it is fantastic watching those two like communicate, and yeah, the absolute like pure evilness that is Azami, and he's just there for the perfect food, and that happens to be he's a paladin, really. I mean, paladin.
That's his aesthetic.
Yeah, he is literally a paladin of food, so it's like and sometimes paladins suck, like they just. Your stereotypical paladin is so focused on his god, in this case, Tsukasa's god is food, that nothing else matters, and he will take down anything in his way to get there.
And meanwhile, we get to see just how batshit crazy Azami is.
Mm-hmm.
The last scene right there is one of my favorite scenes in the entire series.
It's a pretty great scene, and I especially liked. I had made a little commentary to Carrie while we were watching it, because the ending theme starts to kick in, and I'm just like, tonight's percussion brought to you by the sound of Ariana's head exploding.
Right. And also various body parts of her becoming erect and or moist. This guy I already started to have a crush on is that guy that I have a super weird dad crush on, son. Oh my god. Lady Boner Maxima!
Azami too.
Yes, Azami too. Azami totally has a man boner for Soma all of a sudden. It's a weird, like, I'm going to creepily stalk my rival's son now because man boner.
The Nakiri's have a serious affinity for that Yukihira D.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So he's not a Nakiri anymore. He's just claiming to be one.
Oh, I mean, it's
hereditary.
Yeah,
he's not a member of the family. He's a son-in-law, and he's an ex-son-in-law at that.
Did they?
Well, where do you think Arina gets it then? It's hereditary.
Yes, it was stated earlier on that he was a son-in-law that he married into the family. His original name was Nakamura Azami.
Nakamura. I just missed the part where they her dad and mom got separated or divorced or she died or whatever.
Nobody
Well, I mean,
knows.
Grandpa kicked him out of the family.
Well,
Yeah.
He was exiled.
yeah, Japan and their weird, not maybe legally separation, but family patriarchy. I don't know.
For all intents and purposes, whether or not it was legal, he is an ex-son-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is absolutely. You're all absolutely right. Yeah, there is a massive. I mean, between hate boner and lady boner going on here, all aimed towards Soma, and
It's a proxy side boner.
oh yeah,
Yes.
And it's not just a hate boner is the thing. Like, this guy is straight up obsessed with Joichiro.
Yeah, that was made plainly obvious, and like it was that weird like mind break moment when someone's like, yeah, that's my dad, you guys, and
Just real smooth, nonchalant.
just so you know, Jericho was my dad. Yeah, not
Nani?
it was glorious, and this is absolutely no hate on how they ended this season. I'm just upset that they ended the season.
Hey, at least we only have to wait like 2 months.
Yeah, it's spring season that they're bringing that back, right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I think so. And knowing what comes next, I know why they ended it here, because there's really no good ending point between the next episode and where we're at in the manga.
Yeah, like, yeah.
And this is a great, I mean, like this the bomb drop that, you know, making everybody realize, oh, right, like Jerichiro being the you know, the hermit, the weird reclusive hermit that he is. Like, that's right. None of these people actually know that Soma's his kid. He just showed up on the island 5 years later and just had a kid suddenly, and they yelled at him for trying to take somebody else's kid.
M-Beam is also bringing it to our attention that we're still showing charity stream for New Year's Eve.
Oh, Raul! Supposed to fix the thing.
He says he just changed it, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the fact that, oh yeah, these guys really don't know pretty much anything about Soma other than the Polar Star dudes,
Including who the fuck his mom is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, to most of the culinary world, he's just this weird ass kid who showed up and started
With a
knocking
big
everybody's panties off.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. He just came in and just started knocking people's clothes off left, right, and sideways, including the God tongue. And like, yeah, nobody
So
knew.
hard that she didn't even want to admit it at first.
Tsundere. Not like I liked it, Baka. It just clicked on me like when I'm like, oh yeah, man, nobody knows anything about this weird kid.
And then Erina's like, what? And all the Polar Star people are like, oh yeah, here's a picture.
You didn't know that? No, you idiots! I just got here. Like 5 episodes ago, we were still kind of enemies. Except for Sohan. Sohan.
I mean, it's not that there's no moms at all, Raul. We've seen Tadokoro's mom once or twice. A couple glimpses of Alice's mom, and of course we have Spice Mom.
Yeah, Spice Mom, who isn't actually a mom.
She wants to be.
Oh, she wants to be a mom, and also totally, absolutely. The hell's that? The frick. The want to bang your mom syndrome.
The other side of the Oedipus complex.
Yeah, the Oedipus. She absolutely
Joe
wants.
Joe Costa is Oedipus's mom. That's what you're thinking of.
Thank you. She absolutely wants to change her name to Jocasta and his name to Oedipus, and also, you know,
She want that cinnamon stick.
Oh yeah, she want that spice asshole. If you know what I mean.
Also, like, I still think it's great how Polar Star has just completely embraced Erina and are now regularly subjecting her to a barrage of food.
The seventh annual.
And unlike Soma, it's actually good food. They're trying. Like,
Soma tries sometimes.
To be fair, he only throws, the disgusting dishes at the people he really cares about.
Exactly. So she hasn't got one yet. She needs to be in there for one more episode before she gets the
peanut butter squid tentacles.
Yeah. The tentacle pancakes or something. It's really hilarious. Like, I'm so in love. Like, this season has been really, really, really great. And even with doing this show with you guys now and every episode hearing, just wait till it catches up to the manga. Which, by the way, be prepared for this time next month when I'm telling you the same exact thing about 7 Deadly Sins. Yeah, I cannot hate where this show ended.
And at least because aren't we getting My Hero and Shokugeki back this spring?
Yes,
My Hero is in April.
Yeah, and I think that's what isn't Shokugeki also April for next season? Maybe.
The person who has the answer to this question froze. So
yay! Oh, my eyes are hurting me. That's the reason why I keep taking glasses. I've had a headache for 3 days straight now. Shokugeki season 4. Boop 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 boop. Yeah, April. So we're getting all of the shonen bullshit in April.
Yay, shonen bullshit. But
Hey
you know
guys,
what we're getting this month?
my connection is running to the point where Zoom is automatically closing out. So I'm gonna have to kick it for the night.
Jeez, dude.
Night, Justin.
Bye, Justin. Reboot your computer.
I have no idea if you guys are actually. It's not working. It turned off and I did it again, and it's just really bad. Good night, guys.
Oh, you get to come in.
Bye.
Good night, Justin. Love you.
Night.
Raul, tag in.
Ding, ding, ding. A new challenger appears.
Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, so
Justin is evolving.
We are getting,
and CJ's head just got split in two on Twitch.
Yeah, we're getting both Shokugeki and My Hero for our April season. So
we're gonna need a real good, comfy show to contrast all of this epic shonenness.
Oh yeah, I have to look for weird comfiness come around.
So we've got My Hero, Shokugeki, Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah, depending on that. Well, yeah, given how popular that one is, you're probably going to get a 24 episode season for that one. Not been confirmed yet, but given how it was 24. Yeah, you got 24 episode season 1, so you're probably going to get 24 episode season 2, and then we'll find that season's MMO junkie when we get around to it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully there's something there worth watching.
Just as long as we don't get another Juni Taisen.
Yeah.
Speaking of, let's go ahead. Go.
Before that, just really quick, I want to give a shout out to Arena's new Japanese voice actress. Since we've had all season now to see her performance, I think she's doing a really great job. She's blended seamlessly with the cast. Arena's first voice actress had to retire from the industry due to health concerns.
Oh.
And yeah, so wish her all the best, obviously. And the new actress is doing a really good job. Since you didn't even know that, I'm guessing that she's done an even better job than I realized.
Yeah, I've made a comment on before. It's because the intonation, I know just enough Japanese to enjoy these shows. To where like voice actors, unless it is a very drastic change, I don't pick up on it. And the fact that it wasn't says, hey, this she got real good. By the way, rest in peace, Bulma's voice actress. The new one definitely sounds very different.
Oh.
Not bad, but very different. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure I would have noticed if I hadn't known coming into it that there was a new voice actress.
Yeah. So shall we finish up Juni Taisen?
Yes, please.
Please.
All right. Let me pull up my notes here. Hashtag just Japan things. Of course, the fate of the world and every intelligent decision made by a high school student because Japan.
Showing off more of his power.
Oh yeah, like I do really like how they explained Rat's power in this episode. I desperately want to cover a good, like, solid cover of this opening, by the way. Like, I just want, like, Jonathan Young, Pelek, Caleb Hyles, just somebody just rock the shit out of this opening. It probably won't happen because this is a garbage fire of an anime.
You mean rock that shit?
It would sound so awesome.
Josh saw what I did there. / heard.
So yeah, Rat's power is explaining the wishes. Really cool. So coming in, first wish, I want all of them dead. Pop! All right, cool. Just kidding. Sweet.
That was great.
It was. You had some really funny moments in this finale.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if that was him actually using the power from the get-go or if he was stockpiling wishes to use the power all at once and just logicking his way through it.
I don't know.
I actually thought that scene in the I Want Them All Dead was him just like
being a teenager.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Because I do like that he's doing the intelligent thing here and thinking about his wishes and not just being like, oh, I want a harem, like Boar was.
Oh my God. Speaking of, can you imagine that voice actress's contract? Come in first episode and last episode, and you get to be a completely different person for the last episode.
Okay, it had a bad start. I mean, the whole series was not great. The last three episodes.
No, 2.5. This one still wasn't great.
But then it goes back and reuse and like, what would your wish be?
Yes.
Going back and asking all the other competitors.
So, okay. Dude's power isn't just thinking of, alternate timelines. It's actually creating alternate timelines.
Yep, and living through them and having a completely photographic memory of each one of them until he dies in it.
Yeah, so and then like one of his wishes possibility being 1,000 of those. Dear God. But
I like how immediately he was like, wait, no, that's horrible.
Yeah. But yeah, like each of these are actually a full-blown timeline, and that is amazing. Like the fact that they've been hiding that could have been really cool to play with the entire series.
Exactly.
That could have turned into
because they could have been. You could have been thinking like, oh, which timeline are we in?
Exactly.
Which is the real one?
But no, that would take planning and writing and proper an effort. Though again, Boar being I want a harem. Like that was never in her character at the first episode. So like where the hell did that come from? Like that was never even insinuated by her. And then that was her wish? No. Fuck. Why? You know what I do love is his reaction when he asks Rabbit and Rabbit's like, I want everyone to be my friend. And you see Rat like, that sounds like a bad idea.
And he only found one timeline where he actually lived, right?
Yeah, all of the rest he died. Every single one of them he died in.
Which means he now remembers himself dying horrifically 99 times.
You mean boringly dying 99 times.
Some of them, like the alt fights, given how we actually had, fights in the alternate timelines, those were pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, but like the actual fights, I mean, they were boring. They were like just
that's what I'm saying.
Quickly.
Like, the alternate fights were more interesting than what happened in the entire rest of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
like Ox kicking the shit out of the dragon and Snake Twins.
Yeah. That would have been so cool to watch. And like so much more character development for 11 of the characters in this last episode. And then they shit on Tiger, but that's no. You fucking ruined Tiger in this last episode. Like we made this big deal. I made this big deal last episode, where, some women would think, I want to kiss, but, I want to die like a warrior. I want to be a warrior. I want to be respected. And then her freaking wish would have been, I wanted to make out with Ox.
I got the impression that her wish was I want him to acknowledge me, because at the end Rat was like, "Oh, well, you got your wish." Because that was what she was pushing for the whole time.
It read completely different for me.
But the fact, since this is the end of the series, hopefully no season 2.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get another given how little this was reviewed, even in like the Japanese critics, like I doubt this is going to be a.
Yeah, but even though, I mean, Ox doesn't even remember her at all the way to the end.
He remembers her.
Yeah, he remembers her. He just didn't think that it was the same girl up until the end.
Oh, no, yeah. Didn't realize it was her.
So speaking of character development, fucking dog.
Oh my God, dog. He was such a good boy.
He was such a good boy. He took care of this girl that wasn't even his. Like, worked his ass off to make this little girl happy, and that's all that mattered to him.
She was his, though. Like, she wasn't his biologically, but he claimed her as his daughter.
Yeah, and just worked so hard for her. Entered this contest for her. And just, oh my God.
Where was that this whole time?
Exactly. Where were these characters? Where was Chicken actually worrying about who she could possibly be? Like,
they should have spread this all out through the entire series instead of cramming it into one. Exactly. I mean, yes, they all had their backstories, but not the greatest.
No, they didn't. Like, these backstories that we got from the characters were superficial at best.
Yeah, well, we didn't get a...
Monkey. Look what happened to her.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we had 2 episodes of Dragon and Snake. 2!
True,
and
yes.
we got more backstory, more character development out of them in this than the 2 episodes we had dedicated to them.
In 2 minutes than in 2 episodes.
Exactly. That is the problem that I had with this entire series. Wrapped up. Everything wrong with this series is encapsulated in this episode, because this is what they could have been. Admittedly, still, some of it not great. But, oh my God, like, this could have been good. And
do you think it would have been better if they, like, no one died up until episode 10 or 11?
Oh, no. You had to have the deaths.
At least 1 or 2 each episode?
Yeah, I mean, you could have spread them out, had an arc for kind of each character. Admittedly, that would have pushed us to a longer season. And
it would have been better that way.
Exactly. This is one of the few shows that, given how they express the fact that they actually have talent in the last 3 episodes, there's talent there. Animation was good and solid, and writing was solid. The voice actors were great, except for Barb, because that was a really weird choice, but whatever. It could have been great, and if they would have put that kind of effort into this, and they could have made this a 24-episode season, and have had it be really good.
Yeah, this is just... I guess I think they had the money, but they just played it safe. They didn't try anything.
What were you saying, Josh?
Now that I'm thinking about it, they very vaguely and metaphorically gave you a bit of Dog's backstory with the little girl in the ending credits, when they're showing those brief one-shot images of the individual characters.
Yeah.
If you look, when it's showing Dog's picture, he's sitting on a park bench in like a parka in the snow, and there's a puppy near him.
Yeah.
When they're showing Horse, he's building a ship in a bottle, which takes a phenomenal amount of skill and patience.
Yep, and that's what he wanted.
Talent.
He wanted talent.
Or apparently wanted a harem, and what is her single image? Her being surrounded by people in an extravagant clothes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you're right. They do kind of give you each person's a version of each person's wish in the finale, and like, even though Dragon and Snake were like, we want money, and it was immediately proven that was incorrect.
Yeah, when he gets them by themselves.
Yeah, But so, snake or dragon, whichever, just one of them just wanted to relax and not have to worry about anything. That's the one sitting and watching TV at the end. And the other one did want money.
Everything was just a game.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
And so he was gambling.
Yeah. I'm guessing. Yeah. He got his, which was money. And the other one, I think it was Snake, who they said that actually didn't want the money. He was so that the money was just a cover for his insecurities. I'm guessing that's the wish of just wanting to just be alone. Ox, even though they didn't really, did they say his wish? I don't think.
Was it to have talent, to be more powerful?
No, that was horse.
That was horse.
Oh, horse. Ox.
I don't think they got the oxes. I think every time you saw Ox, it was just being a badass like Ox do.
No, what happened was when they were doing that flashback and Rat tried to get his wish out of him, Ox fired back, well, what do you want?
That's right. So, he definitely in his character, like he screams to be, he just wants peace. Like that's his character. One of the few during the series proper just showed that he wanted peace and was going through the best way that he knew how, which is the polar opposite of Monkey. But, sometimes peace comes through conflict.
Yep.
What was Monkey's wish?
She wanted to end the Juni Taisen.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she just wanted it over.
Oh man, but this show, like you said, animation was good, voice acting. It is an expensive show.
If you take this episode and the last 3 episodes, it's like a completely different crew worked on the rest of the series.
Yeah, you had the B team through the entire series, except for the last 3 episodes.
Is it common to or I don't know if it's uncommon, but see how a show is doing and then redo the last few episodes?
I could imagine.
Reshoot them?
If that's a thing in America, that's definitely a thing in Japan.
Well, here's the thing. You can reshoot things. How long would it take to redraw them?
Yeah.
True. Yes.
You would have to have a fucking army to make that even remotely feasible. And I don't even want to think what that would cost in man hours, let alone equipment costs.
For real.
And you would have to get the voice actors back in on extremely short notice. And Japanese voice actors have ridiculous amount of roles to their names, so they're probably all busy.
Mm. So, do you want to give this a rating between 1 and 10?
I can't, if we're going Tito ratings like we do on Rant and Review, I would maybe give this a 3. And that's being generous, and that's just because the last 3 episodes.
1 point for each of the good episodes.
Exactly.
Pretty much. That's where I'm sitting at.
Yeah.
This show had potential, especially considering I'm not a fan generally of this type of series. I don't same with our Rant and Reviews of movies. I don't watch stuff for excessive amounts of violence, suffering, despair, heroes dying. But they could have done a lot with this, and there was just so much squandered potential.
Yeah. It doesn't get a recommendation from me at all.
Nope.
So I'm sitting at a 4. And anything below a 5, I can't recommend it to anyone. Yeah, there's some good story in there, but it's not enough, and it came too late to actually save it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only thing I can recommend is the opening.
Yeah, opening's real good.
It's a good opening.
But it's not better than the next show.
No, not by a long shot.
No.
Thank you for that beautiful segue, Raul.
Ancient Magus Bride, episode 12.
Holy shit.
I want a Ruth pillow. First thing.
Ruth is best boy.
I want a Ruth pillow. In every form, he is just absolute best boy.
Because he's got the dog form. He had his full-grown form, and then he's got a younger form, right?
Well, no,
they all have a chibi form, but they don't. That's not an actual thing. That's just a metaphor.
Yeah, he has his human form. He has his normal dog form, and unless he lost the ability when he became attached to Chisei, he also has like dire wolf or dire dog form.
Oh, but isn't he shorter in that first episode that he comes that after the graveyard? Doesn't he make himself shorter?
No, I think you're thinking of Bone Daddy.
Elias?
Maybe.
I want to say there's a little bit of mass shifting with Ruth, because when he needs to be like protective guardian familiar, he does seem to like kind of envelop Chisei.
Yeah.
And his tail gets a bit longer. So he does have some kind of slightly ethereal mass shifting property going on there, I think. But most of the time he is normal sized dog because he's trying to pass as a dog.
Yeah.
And he is a dog.
He's a good boy. My urge to chase them is rising.
That was great. They need to leave. My urge to chase them is rising. It was so good.
I love how lively he acknowledges his dog.
Yes.
Well, he's they called him a Grim, right? Like a protector of the graveyard.
Church Grim.
Yeah.
He was a normal dog, and then he died and was reborn as a Grim.
With a human form.
And,
Well, I mean, he's a spirit. They can shapeshift.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that is very obviously made. Like,
But and she finally finishes her wand.
yeah, we get more Santa songs. Yay, Santa songs.
Oh my God, I love
He's
that
now
they.
just Santa to me, by the way.
Yeah, they
That had better be the fucking Christmas special for next year. That's all I'm saying.
what is it? They play it on a different track, right? They play it on a better track than in show,
Oh yeah,
and you tell, and oh my God, it
because
is
you can
amazing.
market it.
Yes, you can market it. Yes, but yeah, it is an amazing song.
All of them are.
Yeah,
'Cause he's done more than one at this point, but
yeah, he did one
Yes.
last episode, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
that voice.
Oh
and
yeah.
just like he legitimately and deeply cares for both Elias and Chisei. And he shows it in sometimes really grandiose ways, like giving Chisei priceless treasures for her wand, but also in really subtle ways as well.
Yeah. We got Nevin the Feels Dragon is back.
Oh my
Oh.
God, the field
For another
dragon.
dose
Yep.
of heavy feels.
If him flying and like thanking Chisei for helping me relive flying for one more time, they go into the in-between world, I guess.
Yeah. Basically purgatory.
Yeah. And now
For the bridge.
yes,
Yeah.
the bridge, and now he's linked with her because she's using a branch from his tree.
And the fact that he specifically asked her, not saying she could, he requested that she make a wand from his tree, knowing that it would bond their souls,
Oh yeah.
it gave me the feels.
Oh yeah. There were much feels, and that's the reason why he's just now Nevin the Feels Dragon.
And
The exposition he pulled out.
Yes. Just talk to yourself. I'm the only one here.
It's like, you're just alone here with an old dragon. You can go ahead and talk out loud if you want.
Do you mind if I talk
Is it
out
okay
to
if I
myself?
talk to myself for a moment?
and like, oh, when they talk more about like what her mother did to her. And then the
Yeah, I want to thank Chisei's mother and father for leaving her here. I'm like, oh, he kind of has a point. Like,
And like Raul pointed out earlier in pre stuff and going forward, his whole bit about what does it say about the people you've saved if you're worthless?
yes.
yeah, because she doesn't have a great deal of self-worth in herself.
No, she does not.
Know that feeling.
As in, she has 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's completely emotionally, she's dependent on Issei and others because she doesn't feel like
You mean
Like-
Elias?
Elias, yes.
Elias.
You just
Elias.
They say it Elias in the show.
I've been watching the dub a lot lately, so I apologize.
Okay,
Both
then
are right.
Sub-dub thing, I get you. It's
No,
cool.
yeah, and you'll notice I pop between Elias and Elias. You'll notice that I do that, and I apologize.
No, it's cool. I understand.
It is the fact Rachel really does not like watching subs because she just does not like having to focus on all of the things at once. So she just watches shows as dubs, and I needed her to watch this show, and
Everybody needs to watch this show.
Exactly.
It's a fucking masterpiece.
It
Yes.
really is.
Talking about
Also,
this show 20 years from now.
how the hell does this show come out every single week? How does something this beautiful come out every week and still every episode be amazing?
They
Literally,
did skip a week.
Real
right?
talent working on it. That's how.
This is movie quality animation consistently every single week.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like there's no way that this show should in reality be able to exist.
It's magical.
It's actually Elias and Chise writing their story. And they just beam it to our Crunchyroll accounts every week.
I'm okay with this. Headcanon accepted.
Right?
Oh, what if at the end of this it's them two together talking about the story?
Oh,
I'd be okay with that. No. It's them telling the story to their children.
Oh,
little red-headed wolf skull things.
The real How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Magical Mother.
and magical and powerful.
Oh
Holy
yeah,
crap.
because we get the Firebird payoff.
Oh yeah, that bit in the opening, that's not just a cut from completely random shit like some openings do.
No, yeah, this is and it's
That's
proven,
a scene.
they so far like everything in this has been a scene. Like everything in the opening has been a scene, and I am a huge fan of shows that do that. I'm looking at you, Phineas and Ferb. I freaking love you for it. And then queuing up the opening while the transformation and flying. So
Like,
this is
I
glorious.
have to talk to him. I have something to tell him.
All right, so now I'm gonna bring back the love on this a little bit. Ravioli, do not lewd Chise and make her a lolly. I can deal without naked Chise. Because being a 15-year-old girl,
Yeah.
I don't need Chise boobies or butt, which we got both in this episode. And yes, this is marked as a mature anime.
It's also the fact that Japan has a completely different viewpoint on age of consent stuff, and
Oh, I know. It's just I don't need like that.
No,
that
you're-
felt
you're
unnecessary.
absolutely right. And to be fair, it wasn't complete and total at the very least. She was literally like wearing the flames as clothes at that point.
Well, yeah, but we got
I
full
will-
blown nudity later with her getting into the tub. We got
Now with
Sorry.
the I think my brain blocked out the tub scene, to be perfectly honest, because I completely forgot about it.
Same.
For the Firebird sequence, I'm willing to recommend an alternate interpretation, which is the one I had, in which, not only is she wearing the flames, but I interpreted it as more of an artistic nude because she's actually bearing herself to Elias emotionally.
and yeah, but I just don't need that, and that's just me personally. And it's not even
Yeah.
really. It's still gorgeous. Like, don't get me wrong. Like that entire
Yeah.
scene, like the way that the flame clothes worked on her, and she out Katniss, which is fantastic, but it just felt unnecessary for me.
Yeah.
Like I could have
I
imagined
totally
her
get
in
that.
like a what I could have imagined her was in a even a form-fitting like ball gown kind of thing, and in bird form. That would have been exquisite.
Well, that was what I was getting it as when she was doing the whole spiral up while she was just riding the flames up into the sky, was it looked like it was kind of like a low-cut ball gown.
Yeah, possibly.
That's how I saw it anyways. I mean,
I've seen later.
Obviously
that was an issue.
Yeah, no, that was, but I'm willing to interpret the fire scene differently anyway. But yeah, the bathtub was
Yeah, that was just unnecessary, and it's very different than what we got earlier when you got a tub scene, which was her not doing anything because at the time she was not sure of herself. She couldn't, and all of this being through Chise's point of view, how the camera views Chise is getting better, and she's viewing herself more as a person. So thusly, the camera gets to view her more as a person. Thusly, we get Chise button nipples. And yes, I'm hung on this. It might be me being a father thing or whatever, but I mean,
nobody's blaming you for it. You are entitled to have your opinion. Like Carrie said, I mean, it must have been, so minimal that we completely didn't even parse it, because I'm having trouble remembering that even happening.
It was right after the sheep bugs.
Yeah, I remember it now.
But yeah, I mean, there's some people as soon as something like that happens in a relatively good anime, they're completely out.
Yeah, and that really did kind of pull me out of everything, and then it thrust me back in right after that, mainly with Ruth eating.
But I mean,
but this is the kind of thing that I notice, when I'm watching things like this, especially considering I watch these mostly on my phone or on an iPad, where I'm kind of forced full perspective there, I'm seeing everything in this screen. So I kind of take in everything, which sometimes in the case of Juni Taisen is a bad thing. And this one, I get to see, it may not be in full glorious or everything like that, but I get to see every little detail. And me as a blind person, on a large screen, I lose some things, especially watching subbed anime.
I mean, that's why we have such a diverse group of people on here.
Yeah, it's almost like I picked the people on this show because I know that we would be able to have differing opinions.
Actual discourse.
Hey, it's almost like I know what I'm doing sometimes. And that being said, like I said, wow, I just don't need, and I'm desperately, and part of me is afraid that as Chise discovers more of herself, the camera is going to discover more of Chise. And I don't want that.
I really hope not, because I notice stuff like this a lot, because being female myself, I'm obviously very sensitive to how females are portrayed in the media. I'm still hung up on that stupid locker scene from Shokugeki that we discussed last time.
Yeah.
Because there was literally no point to it. They could have been having that discussion while walking down a hallway and it would have been the same damn scene.
Exactly.
And in this one, because... And obviously I'm not trying to argue with you, CJ, or invalidate how you feel about it, because how you feel about it is how you feel about it. My perspective was willing to accept it this time as the artistic nude and not as fan service, but I'm not sure how I'll feel about that if it continues.
And I'm with you on that one. I can get with you on that one. And that's just kind of where, and this show has not given me any kind of proof that they are going to do that. It is just, I've been bitten by this kind of thing before, and I'm just afraid that it will spill over into this. This show has not proven that they're willing to do that yet.
Let's be fair. If they really wanted to start going whole hog on the fan service, they would just bring Titania back.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I think Titania might be one of the ones that kind of made and the vampire / succubus, or what the hell are they called? Sea days, whatever.
Yeah, at least she made sense, because that was what her species does.
And
Titania, I had to kind of look at the corner of the screen half the time.
Well, that's literally how Titania is always portrayed. That is that, and it might be those two characters that that make me realize, oh, this show is definitely not averse to blatant fan service. I just view Chise as this.
She's a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, and I kind of view her in a in a light that doesn't really lend itself to fan service, and I just kind of hope that they don't get to that point. with her. You know,
She is inviolable.
Exactly. You can sexualize Titania, the vampires, or any of the other creatures. We don't need that for Chisei. At least, like I said, me. And I'm sure, like, if anybody's listening to this and you really like that and you want more of that, let me know, please. I want to know. You can hit me up on Twitter, DragosKai, geekioshow@gmail.com. Let me know what you enjoyed about this, because I'm very curious. And not in a "you're wrong about feeling this way" kind of thing. I want to know how, people enjoyed this.
What? You actually want to have discussion about other people's opinions that differ from your own?
Exactly.
What madness is this?
That's not how the internet works.
Trust me, as being the dissenting voice of the internet on a bunch of things lately, I get that. It just let me know. But I am not the kind of person that will that I like that kind of thing. But that's not a bad thing on this. So I want to talk about
off of that topic. Can we
got backstory.
Can we go? Yeah, can we go to that fucking dream?
Yes. So we kind of know why her mom went crazy, or it's very highly insinuated why her mom went crazy. And also the insinuation of and the call of "I wish I would have never have had you." Obviously, something happened during the pregnancy or childbirth.
See, here's my theory, and this is what I got out of that backstory dream sequence, that this suppressed memory of hers, that she's only now experiencing again because she's coming out of this dark hole she buried herself in.
Absolutely.
Because she's starting to accept herself more, she's getting some of these repressed memories back, and that is some beautiful character development.
Oh yeah.
But what I'm taking out of this is it's very clear from the dream sequence, Mom was capable of seeing what Chisei sees.
Yeah. And so was Dad.
Yeah. We're not sure if Dad was just magically inclined himself, or if he basically picked up on it from being married to Mom, basically.
Yeah, kind of rubbed off. Maybe just at least the slightest bit of magic is.
Or maybe, here's another crazy theory, he himself might have been a sorcerer / alchemist.
Or yeah, exactly. Or a slave eggie. It's not insinuated on what they are or how slave eggies are even actually created, if it is just like mudblood or pure magic.
I do think that she got most of her talent from her mother, because it's been very hinted so far through the series that strong spellcasters and redheads are not disambiguous.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole reason why they had to use her hair on her staff, because that just the fact that she has red hair, is magical.
Yeah.
There's also a very strong indication that Dad picked it up from being married to Mom and being around Mom and Chisei, by the fact that he is drawn as the most everyman of Japanese everymen that has ever existed on the show. He's adorable, but he's an everyman.
So it's known that they're both dead. Both parents are gone.
Oh yeah, they're completely out of the picture.
Yeah.
Well, they never say that Dad is dead.
He's gone.
Yeah, she killed herself in front of Chisei. So
and he may have left because he just couldn't deal with that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Especially not without Mom there.
I am highly guessing that something happened during the pregnancy, maybe on a magical end of things.
And Dad split or something, maybe?
Maybe Dad split, but something happened, obviously, because they put a very big focus on her going to be a big sister. And
here's my theory on what happened. Okay. Obviously, little sister does not exist anymore.
Correct.
Whether it was a miscarriage or death after childbirth or something terrible like that, little sister is not a thing that exists on this plane of existence anymore. I am thinking that the grief and the loss basically drove Mom to the brink, and child Chisei is essentially misinterpreting the intent behind "I wish I had never had you." What I believe the intent behind that is, Mom wishes she had never had Chisei, because then she would not experience the pain of losing a child the way she has, because she knows what it's like to have one.
Yeah. I absolutely, that's kind of where I was getting at with that. Just, something, I'm gonna guess, obviously, because the show's completely revolved around magic, that something magic, some kind of magical creature either attacked them or.
Could Chisei have been
Maybe
involved somehow?
I'm guessing it's that Night and Magic kid.
Oh,
I can't think of anything. He looks like the kid from Knights and Magic.
I can't fault your logic there.
I think it's the things that were following Chisei around the entire series. And they were even saying if you show fear, it will get you.
Yeah, amorphous blob or whatever. And yeah, I mean, pregnancy is a very delicate time for people. So like mom could have been, you know, in a particularly emotional point, and then they kind of just jumped on her. But I mean, those kind of but the way that they're kind of shown may not be obviously shown from a kid's point of view, but they're not shown as the magical creatures as opposed to sorcerer / alchemical creatures. So and given how they put such a focus on Night and Magic Kid / the Wandering Jew, that if he's not involved with this somehow. But we got backstory, at least, you guys.
Well, more backstory anyways.
That's the main thing is we got this major thing, and then they're like, yeah, that's not going to pay off in this episode, and you're not going to have that episode next week, you guys.
Oh man! And
Curse
next
you,
time we
curse.
get together, we're gonna have 2 new episodes, hopefully. Or are they on break?
No, I don't think anything is on break.
Next episode airs on the 6th. I looked it up.
Okay.
So it's just they were on break this week because New Year's.
Yeah,
And
because
New
no
Year's
one-
is huge in Japan.
So kind of a catch up on next week since we don't have a guarantee of when the January shows are going to start. I have homework for you guys.
Oh,
Yes.
Does it involve watching Seven Deadly Sins?
Yes, it does. I want to, since we're going to have pretty much an off week where we only have 2 episodes of Ancient Magus Bride and me and Raul gushing about, or not gushing about, Dragon Ball Super. No, I think we're to be gushing about it because of the preview of what we got in this next episode.
oh.
That, you know, I would really like to hear your guys' take on Seven Deadly Sins.
Duly noted.
Not sure how many episodes are there, because I'm not sure if we can catch up to that all in 2 weeks.
24 episodes.
From season 1 and 2, or just season 1?
Oh, it's just season 1 is 24 episodes, and then there's the OVA.
Oh, so that wasn't a season 2 that they put on Netflix.
No, they've relabeled it as the name of the OVA, which escapes me at this point.
Oh, okay.
And that's filler. That doesn't exist in the manga. So
Oh, okay. All right.
So that I don't care. But you know, I at least season 1 of the half season, the 12 episodes before the new OP that they get into, I'd like to at least get that discussion going. Anything else on Ancient Magus Bride other than, oh my god, we love this show so much?
Is it just me, or did they take it up a notch for the episode preview for the next episode?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I legitimately thought they were advertising a movie.
Oh, 100%. And we got Chisei in like the ancient, the Archmagus or whatever it is outfit. So we got that showing for us for like 3 seconds.
And that brief second clip of the frickin' dragon mode Elias.
Right?
Oh. So here's the question: are you gonna skip this week's episode and watch both of them together the following week, or are you gonna?
No.
No. Are you insane?
You can't skip Magus Day.
Which is Saturday at 12:30 Eastern, right? I think that's the
Friends
time.
don't let friends skip Magus Day.
Okay.
Oh my god. So, Raul, did you watch Dragon Ball Super episode 121?
Yes.
All right. So, hey, Josh. You remember in episode 120 where we're like, giant robots attack, right? Josh got quiet, or I'm lagging. Which is it?
I'm waiting for the payoff.
So we had a fusion of Dr. Pepperoni with the giant robots, and we get this weird amalgamation of like every movie villain. He has the teleporting punches of Janemba and like the weird bubbles of that guy they turned into Santa Claus. And still technically a robot, but he's like Cell. So he's bio-android, essentially. Or bio-robot.
And this one is like the whole episode is done fighting this guy.
Yeah, it's the mini boss battle.
Yeah, and it takes all of them to fight, even Frieza.
Yeah, even Frieza got involved in it. Like it was kind of cool watching them all work together and at their maximum potential. And we got a great scene where 17 gets knocked out of the ring, and 18's like, "Nah, son, you're stronger than me. You get the hell back in there. I'm gonna sacrifice myself. You do your little pinball-y robot, bubble thing, and I'm gonna energy blast you back into the ring. But I'm gonna spend some time with my husband. Okay, thanks, bye." Which was a little bit of a cop out, but that's kind of an 18th character. Like her character has always been put others before yourself. Thus the reason why she like almost sacrificed herself to save 16. You know, the only time that she's been, I mean, even like all of her motives about money is because I want my husband not to be able to work so hard, and I want to have a steady environment for my daughter.
Yeah, which you can't blame her for that. I mean,
no, like they kind of make her LOL money, but then like it's fully because she just wants to have a stable relationship.
Yeah,
and a stable life.
If she wanted to, she could blast into a bank and out before anyone knew anything.
Oh yeah, and the Kriller giving her the D, she probably would have and did, in fact, with the going and stealing clothes thing.
Here's my trucker hat.
But so that was like it upset me that she went out because, you know, I love 18, but like it was fully in character. A bunch of the backlash was this is not in character for her, blah blah blah. I'm like, no.
Have you not paid attention to the rest of the show?
Yeah, she has always been others before herself. Like, except for the future Trunks timeline, that is her entire thing. Like, she went out like her character did. Like, she got her badass moment of being able to punch out a giant Ribrion.
Is it bad that I'm still a little salty about Piccolo going down?
Yeah, Piccolo still went out like a chump, and it still pisses me off. But 17 got his comeuppance. Like, he did not throw away his shot. And while they're doing their combination beam struggle, 17's like, wait a second, I'm more useful up close in this kind of thing. Throws on his bubble, rides the energy wave through, rides the combination Kamehameha, Final Flash, and Death Beam through the up to the weird ass giant movie villain thing, and like focuses his energy shield into his one fist, which is a really cool new development that has never been shown, and just smashes the ever living crap out of this robot.
It's almost like giant robot fights are a big deal.
Yeah. and oh man, that was what, Universe 2?
Yeah, that was 3. Yeah, 3's out, obviously. You did get a fact that their God of Destruction is not a giant robot. It is a dude riding in a giant robot.
At the very end, just pops out. Laters.
Yeah, and they all kind of went out like, yeah, we did our best. Like, we wanted to win. We fought hard. We were top 3 universes, y'all. We're going out. Peace.
And then it just goes with the showdown between...
Oh, yeah. Universe 11 with Jira and Topo and Rabbit Dude, whose name doesn't matter because he's going to get knocked out next episode.
So, and they only have, what, 10 minutes left?
Yeah, 10 minutes left in the tournament, and then just those 3 fighters, and then the people who are going to win.
Just those 3 fighters and the people who are going to win.
You think they're going to have it come down? It's going to be Jiren and Goku, right?
I'm still saying it's going to be Jiren and Gogeta. I think we are going to go Gogeta. or maybe even maybe we're just gonna get back
Vegito
again, because the Patara earrings have never been paid off for Universe 7. And proven that, hey, this dude can bring down a god. So I'm still, my goal, my thing is going to be full power Jiren. Maybe God, he's gonna take over weird Bozo the Clown's god powers somehow, and versus Ultra Instinct Gogeta or Vegito, one or the other. But we're gonna get the fusion of those two, or maybe even Gohan in there. I would like to see a unique fusion. Like they've always
something we haven't seen before in Dragon Ball,
and they've done that pretty well in this arc. Like this arc has pretty much been, hey, you guys, here are new things for you to buy and do.
Oh man,
they could make Dragon Ball fusions canon by having multiple people fusion.
I mean,
5-man fusion.
That would be fantastic. They've kind of hinted, I mean, since Z, of Gohan and Goku fusing. Like it's always kind of been that insinuation. I would love to see the Kai powered Gohan with the Ultra Instinct, and just kind of going between them, like that. What that would create.
Well, the thing with Gohan, he's got Gohan mystic form, right?
Yeah, but that's literally God. That's God energy. Like that's creation God energy as opposed to destruction God energy, which is what Super Saiyan God is. That's directly based from a Kai. That's Kai's energy.
I mean, they've shown. I mean, what the hell? That other Kai, the one that tried to kill Goku, or that did kill Goku.
Zamasu.
Yeah, that was Kai energy. He was powerful.
Yeah, and like Gohan, like. That is entirely the reason why he doesn't go Super Saiyan anymore, because his power goes even further beyond Super Saiyan 3. Like they put that on par, and I would imagine like him going whole hog is on par with Super Saiyan God at this point. Like they definitely not Super Saiyan Blue, but they definitely put it up there with like insinuating that it's just as strong as Ginger Goku.
Yeah, I mean because what was the fusion name of Kel and
Caulifla?
Yeah, Khalifa. That was Super Saiyan 3 going up against Super Saiyan God.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's possible. I mean it's
I would like them to do something unique and not just Vegeta and Goku, because they insinuate that everybody else who's gone up against Jiren has got knocked the fuck out, and next episode preview shows Vegeta going up against Jiren. Ginger Goku, can I buy that at Whole Foods? Yes.
That would make it interesting if, their plan was to go with Gogeta or Vegito, and then Vegeta gets knocked the fuck out. And then it's just like, Dad?
What are we gonna do?
I do feel so bad for Vegeta though, because he always comes up short.
He does.
Which, how do they fuse in the first place anyways? They gotta be about the same size.
It's power level.
It's his hair and also his ego.
Well, in that case, Goku's coming up short.
You right?
Yeah.
Goku's appetite makes up for Vegeta's ego.
Ego. Holy crap! That's surprised the
also,
ring can hold both of them.
Maybe it doesn't matter with the Potara earrings, because the first time we ever saw those was with Kibito Kai. So
yeah,
and they were completely different sizes.
And for the record, Gogeta is not, or Gogeta. He's quite the Gogeta. Is not canon in any way. Like, so if they did that, it would be interesting to see, because it's only been
Gogeta is when they do the fusion dance, right?
Right. Yeah, that's only been in movies and in GT, neither of which are canon.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting if they choose to go that route, or if they just cop out and do. I really want to see something ridiculous. Like, I want to see like Frieza and Gohan fuse with Patara. Like, one, I want to see Frieza put on a Patara earring with no ears.
He puts it on the tail.
Figures out that's his ear the entire time. That's how he heard. So that's when Goku rips off his tail during the initial fight. It was just him, Mike Tysoning him. That's why he's so pissed off at the monkey.
Oh,
You ate my
man.
ear, you son of a bitch!
But we still haven't seen like Frieza versus Jiren. We don't know where he stacks against him.
I doubt we're gonna see that though. Like Frieza's purpose.
Frieza can't stack up. Frieza's not a fighter by nature.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
I-
Golden Frieza is not like.
Frieza is powerful, but he's a planner. He's a plotter.
Mhm.
I'm honestly disappointed he's in this at all.
Yeah, I'm still surprised. Like, if they were gonna do a villain, which is fine,
Cell.
there's literally no reason why you didn't get goddamn Cell. Like,
The guy who lives to fight.
yeah, and would make a lot more sense if we have much more team player because he's literally everybody.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it.
It's just it made no sense for Frieza other than marketing that they were like, hey, we had Golden Frieza already and that went over well with the Japanese crew, so continue Golden Frieza. And
There's no in-character reason for them to want to bring that asshole back.
yeah, and the fact that they gave Boo such a strong showing right before the tournament, like they gave Boo a new form, like that had Goku and Super Saiyan Blue on the ropes. So this was stronger than freaking Super Boo. And like,
Yeah.
and then
what-
oh my
is
god,
it-
Boo sleeps. Oh my god, why?
Is it because Blue? I mean, Boo is like he's super powerful. He's older than not older than the universe, but they don't know how he was created.
he's prehistoric. Like that's what the egg is insinuated. The egg just kind of goes from planet to planet every time Boo eats that planet. He goes back into his egg and floats around, and something unlocks it on each planet. And on Earth, it was Bibbidi Bobbidi and Boo.
Hmm.
Then you have Boo and
Well,
B.
Bibbidi was supposedly the one who made him, and the ball was just a way of containing him when he didn't want him destroying everything in sight.
Mm.
And then it's in the Boo saga that Goku basically tricks Boo into killing Bobbidi,
Yeah,
and then they lose the ability to throw him back in his Pokeball.
yeah, and we worked
But
out.
thankfully, we had Mr. Satan to befriend him.
Yes, because Mr. Satan is the champion for all of us.
He's the champion of our hearts.
Yes.
Yes.
It just it's still I'm with you, and pretty much the entire internet is with you, Carrie. There was never any reason for Frieza to be in here, other than like, hey, remember Frost from Universe 6? He was a thing, but we had a Cell analog with the fusing of human and machine from Universe 3. So again, like it was weird writing and a weird choice for the writers to put Frieza in there as opposed to somebody who would actually work, because I really wanted to see Cell go Super Saiyan God, because I mean he has 5 pure-hearted Saiyans inside of him.
Yeah.
Wait. Does he?
My only, like, maybe they were worried about controlling him. Like, I can understand them not wanting to bring Boo, just because, like, if that had been an option, he's too unpredictable.
Yeah, and
Well, no,
also
Boo is fine now is the thing, because the Kid Boo that's defeated at the end of the Super Saga is
Yeah, true.
created from the expelled evil from Boo. Like, what Boo is now is basically the leftover essence of
The
Boo
Kais.
genetics plus Daikaio.
yeah.
But he's still a little kid, right? Like, I mean, he got in a fight with Beerus over pudding.
Yeah, and in that case, yeah, you could have been maybe not Krillin and have Goten and Trunks in there, because at least you would have had Gotenks in there, which can kick some ass. Or poor Shinhan.
Oh.
Shinhan just went out. Krillin, I understand, because there was no way Goku was not going to pick his best buddy for this one.
And as I've heard, he actually, holds his own early on because he's not pathetic.
No, he's not pathetic, and he does. He
He just
holds
doesn't
his own.
stack up compared to the Saiyans.
I did have a question about Master Roshi, but boy.
Yeah, or yeah, fine. Tien Shinhan can be there. Master Roshi, yeah, have replace Frieza and Master Roshi with freaking Trunks and Goten, because the even before the tournament, like in Universe 6, the Universe 6 arc, it was no fusions. Okay, so Gotenks can't happen. In this arc, they're like, even then, Zeno's like, yeah, bring whatever you can fuse, and this was noted even before the Patara earrings were thrown in there. CJ?
My guess is that maybe
I can always
he
use
put a stop to that.
I don't remember. Like, I don't remember.
Or like off screen, can you imagine Chi-Chi letting Goten into something like that?
But I mean, okay, so assuming Universe 7 loses, they'd all be dead anyway. So like, and they were notified, hey, there will be no death in this. That's the reason why Gohan was able to just be like, all right, cool, I'm just gonna go do this thing. Cool, Videl, awesome. I'm gonna go train with Mr. Piccolo for a while.
Hi, Dad.
Exactly, Dad, it's been forever. And then Dad being best mom as he's babysitting Pan.
Yes.
But Frieza literally never made any sense, and unless they're gonna have some payoff with it in this, which I don't think they're going to.
Like maybe he'll turn around and stab everyone in the back and set up for the next arc, but
yeah, exactly.
A lot of people are thinking there's gonna be the Dark Angel arc.
Yeah, like he's going to somehow convince, like somehow take over angel power, or dark God of destruction power, and because his wish, he's always said, hey, my wish is to become a god. Like, if I get Super Dragon Ball power, I'm gonna become a god, you guys. And Goku was like, still like, okay, cool. Well, poor Pycon. Pycon never gonna show up again.
I forgot about PyCon.
I never forget PyCon. Hashtag never forget PyCon. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and wrap this baby up. You can reach us by email, geekioshow@gmail.com. Social media all over the place is /geekio show. Give us a geek hotline. Those are words. 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-geek. And once again, thank you to the amazingly talented Jonathan Young for letting me butcher his Attack on Titan cover for our intro.
Oh, next week we're going to have a little bit more to watch. Whoa. Is it just Super and...
Yeah, it's just, unless something premieres between now and then, it's Super and Ancient Magus Bride. That's the reason why I gave homework.
All right. I'll go ahead and go through what showed up, because I think there's like a few stuff that started.
A few stuff.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and watch a couple of first episodes. So
yeah, I'll since I've watched freaking 7 Deadly Sins 5 times, I will probably not watch that and probably just pop a couple of might watch an episode of Black Clover, see what the hell's happening on it.
It's the Chunin exams.
So we
don't
want to do Boruto, right?
Boruto's fun. Boruto is so fun. It's fine. But it is definitely one of those ones where, like, if you are not fully caught up on both Naruto and Boruto, like, the show doesn't make a lot of sense. Even me, as a watcher of all of Naruto and the reader of the manga, like, some of it is even still lost on me. Winter's 2018 simulcasts, Black Clover, Ancient Magus Bride, Food Wars, Boruto, MMO Junkie, none of it is up yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, none of it is up as of yet. So
all right. And we're trying to find something that balances out all this shonen bullshit that we're watching.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, come April, it's just going to be nonstop shonen bullshit.
And we're going to get a bunch of it this one, too, with giant robot, probably shonen fighting.
In the Franks.
So, I mean, we're
wait for that shit to start.
Love Rice 2. That's a thing.
They made a sequel of that?
I don't know what that is. So
yeah, the synopsis of the original series is personifications of the different strains of rice.
Like, go on.
They're trying to compete with bread to see who's the most popular grain or something like that.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, no. I'm good.
if we're watching anime about grains, we're gonna go back a few years and watch Yakutate Japan.
Get them solar hands on it.
All right, guys. We will see you next in a couple of weeks, and tune in tomorrow for Small Screen Spoiler Show. So, you guys, for all of us, we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
You ready for this?
Hi, my name is Water Buffalo, and I hope you've enjoyed this Geek Media Network production. Copyright 2018. You see how that works?
I love you, Dale.
Is that the real outro?
That's the real outro.
I love you, Dale.
You are truly the most majestic of beasts,
Oh,
Water
shit, we didn't
Buffalo.
do show title candidates.
Oh,
Geek.io show.
give me a
Show
sec.
on
Let
TV.
me stop this.
Oh, stop recording yet. We can do show title candidates.
Oh shit. Well, the video will have it.
Okay, that's fine.
The audio. I just stopped the audio.
That's fine. You picked that one, really? Dude, you gave me one that had Water Buffalo in it. Do you think I was not going to pick that one? All right, so since Carrie reads these weird ones off of normal show, hey, Josh, let's go over to geekioshow.showbot.tv and see what show title candidates we have.
Let's see, that was Geek.io
geekioshow.showbot.tv.
Showbot.
Twitch chat.
Whee! Well, that's right. This thing always goes fucking screwy. I could never see the very top one for some reason.
That's weird. It was CJ was doing a thing.
CJ was doing a thing, followed by CJ called it, followed by playing with lag. Shortly succeeded by pushing the boobs to the limit. Partial stripping is still stripping. Coffee makes everything better, including the stripping. Sometimes paladins suck, but it depends on what god they worship. Because sometimes paladins blow.
I like how both suck and blow got in there. Thanks, everyone.
It's Mega Maid, sir. She's gone from suck to blow.
Yeah.
She wants that cinnamon stick. I want a Ruth pillow. How I Met Your Magical Mother. Daddy wasn't there. The 5-man fusion. Not nearly as sexy as it sounds. It's his hair and his ego.
Oh man. So I think we got because sometimes paladins suck. Yeah, and she wants that cinnamon stick. Oh, it's because she wants that cinnamon stick got up there.
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, they're back 4-4.
I've already voted for one.
Yeah, it's 4-4. It's sometimes paladins suck. That's the show title.
First 1 to 5 wins.
Quick, somebody vote. Vote now or forever hold your peace. Operators are standing by.
Yep.
And I've copied it.
And apparently we got sometimes some paladins suck.